Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound of an Ocean Wave, and this is day 25 of the August Daily Draws. So as we start the new week, let's see what message we get. And I'll be taking the first card from the Tarot of the Witch's Garden, followed by an oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch Lammas oracles. Let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. And we have the Page of Swords. So maybe this is about learning. It could be about learning. It's the beginning of an idea we're taking hold of and exploring. So maybe we've got the first parts of an idea or concept, or a seed we can develop, but we're thinking about it. We're at the early stage. We're at the beginning of something that we're exploring. We've not quite got it down to an absolute, clear strategic plan yet. We've just perhaps got a concept of something that we're exploring and wondering how we could, where we could take that concept, that mental inspiration that we've had. It could be that we're learning something new, we're gaining some knowledge. It could be that we're studying for something, or we're just learning something for our own personal development, or researching something for something that we want to do. It could also be that, the pages are often seen as heralds, and it could be that we get an important message, we get some important information. So either we actively seek the information, or the information comes to us by some means or another that we find it to be important and useful in our journey and what we're trying to do. So any of those scenarios could happen. But this is the beginning stage. It's not necessarily, as I say, the full plan that's not being developed yet. It's nothing that we can act on fully yet. But it's something that we're mulling over in our minds and seeing where we can take it, just for the fun of it. We're just, we're perhaps amused by a certain idea, and we're thinking, how feasible is this to actually do something with it? Some thoughts are just purely for entertainment and they don't amount to anything, but some can lead to things, and we do that by exploration, discovering bits about it, learning new information about it by actively seeking that information, or we get some information that from somewhere else that leads us on a journey of discovery. It inspires us to whatever we've learned, whatever's come our way, whatever message or whatever's come our way, we take it to the next step by exploring it and seeing, maybe it gives us, an idea to explore whatever information comes our way. So it could be some important information we've been waiting for. It can be an idea that we have that we want to explore to see if it's worth developing and bringing into fruition. It could be that we're learning something, but the idea is we're starting something new. We've got a seed. We've got a beginning point of a certain concept or idea, and we're just exploring the possibilities that we can, that we can have with this, and it's important to do that period of discovery, not to be in a rush either way, to either drop the idea or immediately start doing something with it. No, take some time, mull it over. Not an excessive amount of time, but enough to actually enjoy the process of discovery and exploration, and the learning aspect. Sometimes this is the important thing, because this is where we get to explore the fullness of the potential of what we've got in mind. And we don't want to rush that. We want to get the fullness of the potential. We want to understand the fullness of its potential so that we can decide how we want to proceed from here on in with that. So whatever it is, enjoy the learning and the self-discovery and the exploration of whatever concept or idea that we have. Okay, let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. Community service. Interesting. Not had this one out before. And maybe this concept doesn't just help ourselves. Maybe we should explore how it can help other people as well as ourselves to serve the community at large or a certain group of people. So it doesn't just affect us, that our idea can benefit other people too. So that may be worth exploring when we have this idea. So maybe an idea that can have some application to others. The balm to your wounds lives in the spark that radiates love and brings healing to the world. I often say that sometimes it starts within us, and I believe it does. The work that we have when we want to get healed, when we want to grow, and then it outpours from us to other people. But as this says here, the balm to your wounds lies in the spark that radiates love and brings healing to the world. And what I would say here is, as a clarification of my usual standpoint on this, is that we don't have to wait until the healing is fully complete for us to be able to positively affect the lives of those around us. Because part of the healing process may involve letting that spark of healing radiate out to others. So while the healing is going on, that can be having an effect on others, and in turn will aid our healing too. As we give it out, it helps the energy to flow more. As we release it out to others, it wells up more within us and actually makes the healing more complete. So what I'm saying is that what my usual statement is that quite often we can't be affecting others in certain ways if we're not open to it beginning in us first. But the important phrase there is beginning in us. So it begins in us, but it doesn't have to complete in us before we can let it pour out to other people. In fact, part of the process of the healing and the growth involves us not holding on to it, but releasing some of it to the other, to those around us. So, and maybe this is part of the idea and the concept that we need to explore further on ways that we can do that. And maybe that's the challenge and the message of the cards today. Okay, so that's today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 26. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.